It's likely going to be weeks, not months, before you suggest easing these guidelines being put out. Have any of the doctors on your team told you that's the right path to pursue?
We spoke to them today, and I was telling them that we have two things to look for. Don't forget the doctors. If it were up to the doctors, they may say, let's keep it shut down. Let's shut down the entire world, because again, you're up to almost 150 countries. So let's shut down the entire world. And when we shut it down, that'd be wonderful. Let's keep it shut for a couple of years. You know, you can't do that. And you can't do that with a country, especially the #1 economy anywhere in the world, by far. #1 economy in the world, you can't do that. Because, well, it causes bigger problems than the original. That's why I talk about the cure being worse than the problem. We can't have the cure be worse than the problem. But what we have done, so this is not retracing, this isn't anything. We've done it really well, because this 2-week period has been good. And I'm not saying it ends at that time. You know, we have another 7 days or so. I'm not saying it ends at that time, but I am saying, sir, it's been like this incredible learning process. That's going to go into the future. That's going to go even as we open up our country. And we're going to be watching New York, and we're going to be watching California. We're going to be watching the state of Washington and other places. Illinois is becoming a hotspot. And we can do both. Now, we may quarantine, we will be quarantining many people in these areas. There are other areas that just aren't affected, or they're affected very little. And why would we close down 100% of the country? There are areas within New York where New York will be open, but there are areas within New York. Remember this, New York has the New York Stock Exchange. It has NASDAQ, it has the exchanges. To close the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ and with all of the great work they're doing, they've gone largely to computer. You look at the floor, it's incredible what they can do, but it's fully open. But we don't want to be doing that. But we can do, what I'm saying basically is that we can do two things simultaneously. And we've had this incredible learning period. Plus, people have been in a period and they won't be calling, oh, gee, because I've got many, many people that now come to me and say, we get it. We think we can really do it now and do it while we're open. So at some point, we'll be setting some guidelines. We'll be setting some date lines, and we'll be announcing them in the not too distant future.